Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Victor Wilt Show, the Tuesday on a Wednesday edition. Hey, at least it's Wednesday. Ready to wrap up this week, though, we're only almost halfway there. That's all right. We'll get there eventually. So, a lot's been going on in the last week-ish with politics. We had the primary elections last week. People are going nuts online about the results of this. I mean, basically for the last decade, social media has been nothing but people fighting about political things. But I just threw out and asked people, because I see a lot of complaining about the results of the primary elections. I'm like, okay, well, listen. You guys are all spouting off about, we got to keep Idaho free. We got to protect our freedom. And I'm like, well, what legislation in the last many years, what, if any, have our Idaho politicians done to make us more free? And, I got a couple responses like, okay, we can now speed up in the passing lane on, Idaho state highways up to 15 miles per hour over the speed limit when passing somebody. Now, this isn't a freeway. This isn't I-15. You ever driven to Island Park? You're on a 2-lane highway, and every once in a while, a passing lane will pop up. Okay, those are the areas that, as of July 1st, you'll be able to kick it up to 15 miles per hour over the speed limit and pass somebody. It's not the left lane on the freeway. Technically, makes us a little bit more free. I'll give you that. What was the other one that somebody said? Oh, we're no longer going to have to take the time out of our day to put stickers on our license plates. I'm like, I guess not having to have a sticker is a sort of freedom. And that was about all I got. And then everybody just, as is usual with political posts, starts spiraling out of control. And I was looking at one comment from somebody who started, comparing Idaho to places like, of course, Washington, Oregon, California, and how dangerous those places are. And I don't think a lot of people realize that the most dangerous places in America are not those places, okay? We've talked about the most dangerous cities in America many times. Like the only city in the West that ever pops up on these lists of the most dangerous places is Oakland. Not San Francisco, but Oakland. The most dangerous places in America are St. Louis and Memphis. St. Louis, Missouri, Memphis, Tennessee. Okay? Those are statistically the most dangerous cities in America. Oh, we got a caller. This should be fun. Let's start nice and early. K-Bear, you are live on the show, so please keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is Kaveman. How's it going, Victor?
Caveman, I'm doing pretty good. What about yourself?
Oh, awesome this morning. Awesome. It ain't raining.
Oh, I know. Hopefully a nice day ahead. Maybe I can get something done. But what's on your mind, dude?
So our open carry and our concealed carry only happen to be required a driver's license, Idaho State.
Yeah, that was I guess I should have noted in my post. I asked, if there's anything aside from gun-related laws that our legislators have done to maintain or give us more freedom. But I did specifically mention the gun, because they did do the concealed carry for all with no permit. So
right. That was awesome too. That was a godsend.
I mean, I think that people should, this is just me personally, I think you should have to go through some kind of training.
I think it is up to your parents. Your daddy should have taught you how to carry a gun. Your daddy should have taught you how to shoot a gun. Your daddy should have taught you how to live by a gun.
Yeah, but there are a lot of stupid daddies out there.
There is, but if their daddies, and if their daddies would have been a little bit better, maybe they wouldn't have been so stupid.
I know. But so me, somebody who has gone through, the training and education. They're, a thorough expert in the field, teaching people about proper firearm safety and usage and things like that. To me, and having to be able to pass a test and show that of all of those things. I used to sell guns. I had my federal firearms license. I was able to, I sold every type of gun you could imagine that's legal.
That's pretty cool.
And everybody had to come in, do their background check thing. We had to run them through the system, this and that. And so, I'm certainly not anti-gun or anti-concealed carry. I just think that people are so dumb. I think it's like with driving a car, and they're changing the law so that now parents have to teach kids how to drive. There are idiots all over the road. I think we need actual teachers to teach these kids these things.
And you're right. You're right. I'm a firm believer that everybody should take driver's ed. I think there's too many stupid people out there driving, and a car's just like a bullet.
Yeah,
so you're right. Yeah, but at the same time, straighten up, people. Teach your kids how to shoot guns, and we'll move on in our lives and have a great time.
Totally agree. I thankfully grew up around people who taught me proper firearm usage, but I've been out camping with some people. And I've seen how they, the way they present firearm safety to their children. And I'm like, maybe we should have to put these kids in a class.
Right. Put them in. Yeah, you got to put them in the class of caveman.
Yeah, exactly. I heard that, they're making, even to be a bartender, you have to take regular classes.
That's crazy.
Regular classes.
A hairdresser. Yeah. In order to even cut hair in the state of Idaho, you have to be licensed.
Exactly. So to me,
like, what?
So to me, it's like, everyone always says, well, if you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to worry about, blah, blah, blah. Go get, I don't know. To me, for concealed carry, I just think, show that, prove that you can pass a class with some responsibility. And that's just from someone who sold guns, and it's kind of like how you can go buy a gun in a parking lot without any background check in Idaho. To me, that's crazy coming from someone who sold guns, and the process I had to put somebody through to legally purchase a gun at a store. It's crazy that you could just go to the Walmart parking lot and buy one, and they wonder how criminals are getting their hands on guns.
Yeah. Right.
Where are these felons getting guns? I don't know.
Well, and then my grandfather's bumper stickers on the back of his old 70 pickup was, the outlaw guns, only outlaws will have guns.
And that's true. And I absolutely agree.
You ain't getting the gun out of a criminal's hand unless you get rid of him.
Yeah. So, like I said, the start of this post this break was just simply dealing with, basic freedom. But I don't remember where I was going to go with this. It spiraled out of control.
Yeah, and you're right. People like me forget that there's a that there's a society out there with people, and you can't say that are less intelligent because they're smart in their own ways. They're just, might be
I'll say it. There's a lot of real dumb people out there.
There is, but there's a lot of smart people that don't know how to handle a gun too.
Oh yeah, no, totally. When I started, learning about guns, I was pretty nervous, and there are so many different type of guns. Knowing how to use them properly. There's a lot to learn there. Even as an adult, I learned a lot when I started selling firearms. Because I'm not like a collector. So it's like, okay, I've never seen one like this. How the heck do I take this apart?
Right.
So.
Right. Nobody and everybody wasn't able to grow up like me. I remember my first time shooting 41 was when I was 4 years old, 5 years old, real young.
Yeah.
we used to go out on 4th of July and just shoot them up, go out and shoot the wood pile, and all of us cousins out there just popping away. Man, that was, probably not perfect gun safety, but, we all came out of it alive. We did pretty good.
Oh, yeah. And, thankfully, I think most people around here seem to respect firearms and do tend to teach people properly, but most.
I've got some pretty dumb friends that I grew up with that went down for murder and stuff. It's like, what the hell, people? Come on.
Yeah, I've sadly had friends who have been shot, and I mean, gun violence is a whole other discussion altogether, and I don't know what we do to fix that one.
Well, and gun violence aside, my dad, he got shot. Hunting accident. Gun was, or not a hunting accident, a target practice accident where he was sitting. They set the rifle down, was walking up, and it discharged.
Oh, geez.
And went into his back. My grandfather, they were out duck hunting, and buddy wasn't paying attention, shot and blew my grandpa's right arm off.
Oh my goodness.
Right. And he lived from 16 to 83 without a right arm.
Holy cow. Crazy. Well,
but the man was better than most.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm glad he lived a good long life. And again, the whole point of the break and the post I made was just about freedoms being maintained and being taken away. And I did mention the firearms thing, but I think people, they get too wrapped up in like memes they see online and things like that. Because I tell you what, I'd much rather walk around Portland than walk around St. Louis or like, Memphis.
I'm blessed to walk around Pocatello, Idaho.
Oh, it's scary there, man. Be careful.
Right.
That's a frightening town.
There's a bunch of crazy people. Holy cow.
There are. That's where I came from. So.
Right. Particularly, I live out in the boonies. So.
Right on, man. Well, hey.
All right, dude. You have a good day and party on. Let's throw on some Slayer, Megadeth, Ozzy, Metallica.
Okay, I'll try to get to every single one of them. Right on, dude. Well, I hope you have a good one today.
Oh, I will. You do the same.
Right on, man. Peace.
Right.
All right. Anyway, everybody, just try to not let politics make you crazy. Again, I had a way I was going to wrap this breakup, but it's basically, there are much worse places, I guess, than Washington, Oregon, and California. Go down south, okay? Go to Louisiana. Go to Missouri. Go to, rural Illinois. Go to Cairo. Yeah, you'll have a great time. Trust me. What is virtually inevitable at this point, yet most people don't see it coming? All right, this is probably a thread I should have read through before even diving in, but I've had a lot of phone calls coming through and things like that, and I got distracted, and I did not prep things out. I'm not your average morning show like you'd find in a big city. The big city morning shows, they've got teams of people digging up content for them, show producers and things like that. So they just sit there, wait for the story to come their way and blah, 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 blah. And they also have co-hosts digging up, stuff to talk about, and they can dig up stuff themselves. This is a one-man show. Can be a little bit difficult. I don't got a call screener. I am the call screener. All right, anyway. Back to what is virtually inevitable at this point, yet most people don't see it coming. All right. American consumers are being priced out of consuming. I think people are seeing that coming. Yesterday I was so stressed out. I was going to pay some bills, and I was so anxious, I couldn't even pull the bills up to look at them. I don't know. I had a bad mental day the last few days. And yes, maybe I'll be able to look at it today. But I tell you what, the last week or so, when it comes to spending money at all, it's tough. You go to the grocery store, yikes! So Yeah, I think that's already happened. That people have been priced out of consuming. How people are getting by on, some of these minimum wage or just above minimum wage jobs. I just don't know. Let's see here. We're talking about things that are virtually inevitable at this point. Most people don't see it coming. A war over water resources. Maybe most people don't see that coming. I think if you live in the West, you tend to hear a lot about the water issues we're facing on this side of the country. This year's not looking good. And I'm sure a war over water resources, maybe they shouldn't use the word war, because it's not like people are going to be, getting out in the trenches. Well, who knows? Maybe. If, water gets to be so scarce, that's kind of frightening. What else do people say is inevitable at this point? Cases of perpetrators using AI images and videos to defame people online. Yeah, I think most people see that coming. That's scary. The AI's gotten so good already. Like, what's it going to be like in a year? Yeah, I'm like a fan of and terrified of AI. It's really weird. Let's see. They're saying digital evidence will no longer be acceptable as evidence in the court of law or in the eyes of the public. I think we're already at that point. Maybe not in the court of law, but nobody knows what to believe on social media. Take a look around at your Facebook feed. All right, things that are virtually inevitable at this point, but most people don't see coming. Let's see. Internet anonymity slowly on the way out. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. And I'm okay with that, I think. At least on like social media, like Facebook and things like that. Got a lot of people hiding behind fake profiles. Stirring things up and causing problems. You want to cause a problem? Slap your own face and name on it, huh? Man up. What else do we got here? Fuel shortage. This thread's probably going to get pretty dark, huh? Oh, geez. The likelihood of the collapse of farming as we know it. Okay, we're going to stop this. You should be positive at 7:15 a.m. I'm working on it today. I got a decent amount of sleep last night and mentally better than yesterday, so that's good. Anyway, I'll see what else I can find to talk about. Again, something more positive. Did I find something more positive to talk about? No. Sorry. Between phones and messages. I don't know, it's just busy today, which is fine. I mean, so far the morning seems to be moving by at a decent pace, and that makes me happy. So, hopefully it continues going that way. I know I had something up here that Stuart sent me. Oh, earlier we were talking about gun safety. That's how we started the show. A nice conversation about freedom and guns. This is why people need to take classes, all right? I talked about how there's dumb people out there. This guy in Nebraska, okay? This is in Nebraska. Yeehaw! Nebraska, all right? Country as it gets. Well, maybe not country, because of flatlands. Rural as it gets. This guy pulls into a gas station. I'm looking at a picture of it. This is a small town gas station, okay? What town did they say this was? Scottsbluff. How many people live there? Let's find out. Scottsbluff, Nebraska. All right, population 14,000. So this is what, like Burley? Oh, whoa! A picture popped up from Scottsbluff, and there was a mountain range that clearly Red Dead based an area of Red Dead 2 on this particular area. How neat. So anyway, Scottsbluff. They're a Red Dead country, right? People should know how to use guns, right? No, this guy's an idiot. He pulls into a gas station in Scottsbluff, goes into the store, and then all of a sudden they start hearing bam, bam, bam. This guy left his shotgun in his pickup truck, and I don't know, his dog started going wild or something like that, and somehow the dog fired off multiple shots, not just one, multiple shots from this guy's shotgun. They went through the passenger side door and, well, shot somebody. Yeah, there was a woman at a nearby traffic light. You're just sitting at a traffic light, minding your own business, just chilling, listening to some rock music, and all of a sudden, oh, what is that? She's all right. She's all right. But yeah, apparently they thought someone originally was firing off a BB gun, because if you know, shotguns are basically filled with little pellets. But then they found the dog that was, they said, shell-shocked and a smoking shotgun. So yeah, the victim was shot in the arm, hospitalized with a non-life-threatening injury. How does a dog fire off multiple rounds with a shotgun? And again, the owner of this gun, doesn't every shotgun have a safety on it? Now again, I know I said earlier I used to sell guns, but I'm not like a gun expert. I would assume there's a safety on it, or I don't know, this guy must be really paranoid. I was going to say you could travel with it unloaded, you know? I mean, we got concealed carry for all here. A little easier, you pack a little pistol or something. How fast are you going to be able to defend yourself with a shotgun? It said it was in the back seat, so this was an extended cab. Yeah, your dog's potentially killing people, man. Come on. So anyway, be a responsible gun owner. Put the safety on or a trigger lock. Something. If you can't trust your dog. Idiot. One of the things that drives me a little bit nutty on social media is when people will post in, say, Life in Idaho Falls, not Life in Idaho Falls, SE Idaho, because I'm banned from there, but the regular Life in Idaho Falls group, people will post things like, hey, where's the best burrito in town? And you'll always end up with this list of every single place in town that sells burritos. All right, where's the best burger? Okay, here's every place you can get a burger. And I just think those threads are totally pointless. I just saw another one. What car brand will you never trust or buy again? And I knew before even scrolling through it, this was going to be a list of every single type of car that exists. Because there's always a dud, all right? I've driven a number of different types of vehicles. And like, for example, Honda. My ex-wife had a Honda. I don't remember what kind. Maybe it was an Accord or something at one point. And generally, Hondas, great cars, right? This one, it was a dud, all right? Thing was a piece of crap. But it's the only crappy Honda I've ever dealt with, all right? Scrolling through this list here, you got people naming, all right, Jeep. I will never buy a Jeep again. A couple of our station vehicles are like Jeep SUVs. They're not, a standard style Jeep. I've actually never driven a regular old Jeep. But, okay, the Jeep SUVs we have. Are they my favorite? No. But they're fine enough. All right? Fine enough. I would never say, I would never buy one, just based on my experience with those. But I could understand if you've had a dud. Probably. Somebody specifically mentioned a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Brad Royal, that's what he drives, at least last I checked with him. And he had that vehicle the entire time I knew him. It was an older Jeep Grand Cherokee, and it just treated him so good. He's like, I don't need to upgrade. I got no problems with this. And last I was aware, he was still driving that thing, and he's been gone from here for years. Let's see here. What else do we got? VW. How dare they? Those are my initials. No, I've had a VS or a VW Passat for quite a while. Well, it was my ex-wife's car. But anyway, that thing was great. It was great. Never had any problems. You could drive I think we drove all the way to California on a tank of gas. Yeah, VWs ain't bad. From my experience. Then somebody throws out Chrysler. I don't think I've had a Chrysler. But again, every vehicle brand, you're going to occasionally get a dud. It's just going to happen, So I wouldn't just buy into these lists. I would assume that all these car companies, like if there's a car company out there that every vehicle they ever made was a piece of crap, they'd be out of business, right? There's got to be a lot of people that like them. So, yeah, don't just buy into everything you read online immediately. Take a test drive or something. And you can always sell it. All right, I'll be back with Freak News. Hang on. If you were out fishing in the ocean and you caught a shark, what would you do? I'd cut the line. Be like, yikes. Nope. Well, down in Galveston, Texas, apparently a father and son were out doing some fishing, and they tried to bring the shark on the boat. Trying to drag a shark onto the boat. Well, guess what happened? Yeah, shark attacked. Sharks don't like being picked up. I mean, I've never tried. I'm just guessing. But then the boat became disabled. The boat got stuck. So the dad had to apply a tourniquet. Kid's fine, I think. No, it says current condition and further details have not been shared publicly. I hope he's okay. Sounded like it bit him in the arm pretty dang good. And yeah, well, what kind of dad are you? All right, you catch a shark. Hey, boy, grab that thing. Jeez. And then your boat breaks down. Yeah, if your boat's a piece of crap, don't go fishing. All right? Time to get a new boat. All right, what else do we have here? You should be dancing. That's what the internet's telling me right now. Moving to music offers all kinds of benefits as you age. All right, I'm getting old. Let's bust a move. I don't know about that. Anyway, the article goes on to interview these old people, and they talk about how great it is, now that they've been dancing for a while. They're pretty old. They're in their 70s and 80s, and they're like, this is awesome. I got great balance. I dance 2 to 3 times a week, getting my 150 minutes of aerobic exercise. Though we found out the other day you're supposed to get 600. What do you think about that, old people? Huh? Where's your 600 minutes of exercise now, huh? I did buy a bicycle over the weekend, and I intend to start getting some exercise myself. We'll see. Don't try to dance on a bike, though. Not at my age. I was trying to ride that bike over the weekend. Felt like an idiot. I mean, I didn't wreck, but you ever try to steer a bicycle as an old man? Yeah, it sucks. Peaches, dance. It's time for you to dance.
Why?
Because it's good for you. You're supposed to dance as you're getting older.
That was good for you to laugh at me if I were to try to do something.
Well, that's what would happen if I tried to dance too. No cameras allowed. Terrible dance moves.
That's why Classy 97's prom, I'm not doing anything. You can get me sitting in the corner, I don't care.
I mean, people don't judge dancing that bad, Peaches. Come on.
No, but they do judge the tall guy.
That's true.
There was a video of some very tall, lengthy, skinny guy just dancing at a wedding, and some dumb lady towards the side is just recording every second of this guy. I felt so bad. I wanted to throw her phone across the whole wedding.
Well, I tell you, if I saw you just busting a move, I would bust my phone out too. Look, everybody, Peaches is dancing.
That's right. Do the spin-a-rooney or something.
That's right. Well, let's see. What else do we have here? So far, kind of a light freak news day. I mean, we got diseases spreading around and articles about sleep. Oh, I enjoy collecting books, Peaches. Do you want to, next time you're home, root through your parents' stuff and find me some collectible books? You never know what people got.
My dad does have a signed copy of Howard Stern's Private Parts.
Hey, that's pretty good. I don't have one of those. Wonder what those are going for on eBay. Why is somebody calling? Let's see what they want.
Probably to ask about my dance moves or something.
Well, maybe they're on topic. We'll see. K-Bear, you are live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
It's JD.
JD, what's up, dude?
Well, I don't dance either, so I was going to tell Peaches I'll come hang out in the corner with him too.
Thank you, JD.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
JD, you're gonna bust out.
I got to be there.
You're gonna dance at the prom. Come on.
I do not dance.
I don't believe that. I've seen you dancing around with a guitar on stage. That's dancing.
That's not. That's different. That's completely different.
That's dancing.
Completely different. It's completely different. No, I don't dance. But I got to be there anyway, so I'll hang out with Peaches.
All right, if there's ever a time to dance, it's the Classy 97 Second Chance Prom going down June 6th at the waterfront, and we'll talk more about that later. But yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, JD. Well, work on your moves.
All right, man. I guess I'll do that. I'll chat with you all later.
You're getting old, dude. You got to work on them moves.
Nobody wants to see a 63-year-old fat man dance.
I do.
You guys want something to laugh at.
Well, that doesn't mean we don't want to watch it.
That's true. It might be funny. All right.
All right. See you, JD.
Chat with you later. Bye.
Bye.
To be fair, I'm sure his dancing skills are way better than mine.
Maybe you and JD do slow dance together.
Sure. He looks like he has long hair. From a very far away distance, he looks like a girl.
Exactly. Peaches got himself a nice old lady.
Whoa.
Peaches got a pal.
Then I saw her face.
That wouldn't be a dude looks like a lady situation.
I'm a believer.
When I was talking to Peaches, I briefly mentioned collectible books, and he mentioned that his dad had a signed copy of Howard Stern's Private Parts. Did do a little looking around on eBay when I should have been digging up content. Yeah, there's some pretty good deals on them. Just first got to do a little bit of research and verify that the signatures are real. As a book collector, you wouldn't believe how many times I stumble across a book online, eBay or whatever, and I'm like, that is a blatantly fake signature. And I've tried reporting it to eBay before, like, hey, this is a fraudulent product, and then they don't do anything about it. So if you're buying any kind of collectible, make sure to thoroughly research what you're getting into. What brought this up was I was looking at an article earlier about this medieval King Arthur manuscript that they're saying could fetch like $2 million at auction. I guess this book's been in private hands for 700 years. It is a really cool looking old book. Little out of my price range though. I think when it comes to collectible books, I'm in we'll go like $30 range. Not 200, or not 200, but $2 million. Again, it's a neat book, but yeah, I guess I'll continue shopping for Howard Stern stuff. Yeah, you never know what kind of stuff is collectible. If you've got, older relatives and things like that, look around their house, see what they... No, I'm just kidding. Ask them, all right? Be like, Grandma, can I have this thing? Don't just, go digging for items around Grandma's house. Oh, no. He's back. Oh, no.
You're welcome.
What's up, Jay Davis?
Nice way to not really do your job over the weekend.
What did I fail at?
I had to call you because I got called.
I know, but...
You failed at everything. I wasn't even supposed to get a phone call.
According to everything I was doing, it was all fine. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just checked it.
Check it more.
Apparently, I needed to. Well, you helped me get in and discover... was that what caused that alert? Maybe. Because, because I saw the email, and I'm like, okay, let's check. Okay, must have just been temporary. It's fine. Everything's working. Luckily, that was the only time we had any issue as far as I'm aware.
Yep.
Okay, good.
So, well, you don't have to suck completely, just most of it.
Hey, I thought I did a good job. All right, well, I've already been yapping long enough. You came in too late, so it's time for me to shut up, all right?
Good, it's about time.
Coming up on July 23rd, you've got Story of the Year in Silverstein at the Complex in Salt Lake City. We're giving away tickets all week, and I think right now would be a good time to play our game, Emo or Fako. So, if you want to go see Story of the Year in Silverstein on July 23rd, I need caller number 15 right now. I've got 3 emo band names. 2 of them are fake. 1 of them is real. You need to tell me which one is the real emo band. All right? Here are the names. Glassjaw Funeral Carousel, I Have Dreams, and the December Silence Protocol. All right, again, the 3 names. Glassjaw Funeral Carousel, I Have Dreams, and the December Silence Protocol. 208-535-1015, caller number 15. You tell me the correct band, which one's a real band, and I will hook you up with tickets to go check out that show. All right? K-Bear, you're caller number 14.
Ah, dang it. Check.
Hey, keep trying, 'cause somebody might get it wrong.
Yeah, thanks.
Peace. K-Bear, what's happening?
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. Who's this?
This is Q.
Stu?
Q, like the letter Q.
Q. All right, Q. You're my caller number 15, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, dude. So if you can tell me which of these 3 band names is actually a real band, I'll hook you up with tickets to Silverstein and Story of the Year. The 3 band names are Glassjaw Funeral Carousel, I Have Dreams, and the December Silence Protocol.
I'm going to go with the first one, Glassjaw.
Incorrect, man. Try me back. All right, let's go to caller number 16. Oh, they hung up. Oh, another hang up. Don't give up, guys. What's going on here? Everybody gave up already? Because the song's over? K-Bear, who's this?
This is Q.
Q? Dude, I had a whole bunch of other people call and they keep hanging up. So Q, you get another shot. Let's see.
Okay.
You've got I Have Dreams or the December Silence Protocol.
I Have Dreams.
We got a winner! All right, Q. I got some tickets for you to go check out Silverstein and Story of the Year. Hang on the line for me so I can get your information. And who's your favorite radio station, man?
K-Bear 101, man.
I don't know if I'll ever understand rock climbing. I talked, I think, yesterday. Man, it's been a long week already. I think I talked yesterday about watching this documentary called, what was it? Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot, can't remember anything! It was The Dark something. But anyway, it was about this climber guy named Dean Potter. It's a really good documentary on HBO. Would probably help if I knew the name of the stupid documentary. So let me look it up here. Gosh. The Dark Wizard. That's what it was called. The Dark Wizard. It's a 4-part series on HBO. He's one of these free solo climber guys and, just outright adrenaline junkie maniacs. I don't want to spoil anything about the movie, okay? You should watch it. You should watch the series. But wingsuits, base jumping, blah, blah, blah. Terrifying. Free soloing makes me want to throw up. It's just so horrifying. Well, rock climbing in general can be very dangerous. And I just read a story about a guy who got pinned beneath a 60,000-pound boulder on Mount Hood in Oregon. It had to be rescued Sunday after a multi-agency effort. that included technical rescuers, air medical crews, and a specialized surgical team. He's alive. Pinned beneath a 16,000-pound boulder. I'm guessing it wasn't just like, flat on him or anything like that. So they had a rock slide, and a bunch of people tried to help, but the boulder could not be moved. Yeah, no kidding. It was 16,000 pounds. The climber was conscious, able to communicate, but what do they do? How do you get that off? It's up on a mountain. I guess they built a system to lift the boulder. That's all it says is a system here. Now, this was just below the Timberline Lodge. For you Stephen King fans, the Timberline Lodge is where The Shining was filmed. Little factoid there. Though The Shining was not based on the Timberline Lodge. It was based on, what's the name of that? See, I can't remember that either. I had it on the tip of my tongue and it just went away. It's a hotel in Colorado somewhere. The Stanley Hotel, that's what it's called. And it's definitely on my bucket list to go stay at the Stanley Hotel. And probably the Timberline. But I tell you, I'm not going to go rock climbing on Mount Hood every year. Rescue on Mount Hood. It just happens over and over and over again. I don't know. Teach their own. You want to rock climb? Fine. You want to climb Mount Everest? Fine. But just be aware, you might die. You might get pinned beneath a 16,000-pound boulder, which would suck. It would suck really bad. I think if I got pinned underneath like a 200-pound boulder, I'd be hating it. Just crying. Get it off me. I wonder how much rooms are at the Stanley Hotel. Oh, yeah, I got no time off or money. Never mind. But Colorado road trip, definitely on the bucket list. No rock climbing. Oh, looks like we got some trouble afoot at the Statesman in Boise. You may have seen posts from the Idaho Statesman pop up on Facebook from time to time. And yeah, I guess basically the entire staff has walked out due to a variety of things. Now it sounds like they want more money. Yeah. Oh, this is there's another newspaper strike. Okay. I was trying to find the tab I had open specifically about the stupid Idaho Statesman, and it seems to have just vanished. What, did it just kick me over to an article about the Washington State newspaper walkout? What's going on here? Where did my article from whatever it is? Oh, East Idaho News was talking about it. Maybe I closed the tab. Anyway, basically the entire staff has walked out over wages, AI concerns, and contract negotiations. I was reading through this, and I guess one of the things they do is take reporters' stories. So they sit down, take the time to write these stories for the newspaper, and then they run them through AI because I guess they're just not good enough. And then they still repost them with the reporter's name attached. So then people are calling them out like, hey, you didn't write this. This is written by AI. You guys suck. So the reporters are feeling like, their credibility is just going into the crapper. And then also, I guess they have a union for members of, let's see. This is the Idaho News Guild. Is that the union? Where's the radio union? What's going on here? We need to start a radio union. Yeah, they got people advocating, all right, time to get a raise. You need some more money. You need better working conditions. I don't think I've ever read about a radio union anywhere. Good on them. Yeah, that's what I say. Walk out. I don't know. It's risky, though. Walking out on a newspaper job. I mean, no offense to anyone working in a newspaper job. Just when's the last time you picked up a physical newspaper? And if you're a part of the digital team, I'd be like, all right, we're okay here. But I don't think I'd walk out and protest on my job. Not with the way radio is nowadays. Like, all right, fine. See you later, buddy. But I am I'm all for striking, protesting. This is America. It's what it's all about. So hopefully they can get something good out of it. And I don't know. We need to start the Idaho Radio Guild and get somebody to go do some negotiating. That's right. Give me more money. I'm down with this, Idaho statesman. Let's go to their Facebook page. Are they just not running stories? Or is like management having to cover for them there? I can't imagine their social media would be just shut down. Somebody's got to be running it. Yeah, there's somebody posting stories. Okay, they're kind of weak. I mean, we got an article about Chipotle taking on Taco Bell with their new value play. There might be more important news in the Boise area. Chainsaws are needed to clear trails in the Frank Church Wilderness. And that's an opinion piece, so that wasn't written by anyone who worked there. I'm guessing this is an AP repost about, Jimmy Kimmel versus Donald Trump. All right. Well, good luck to the staff over there. All right. I'm stoked. Today's been going by kind of fast. I kind of dread once the show's over. I think it'll go by slow, but I got a job and I'm not having to be out protesting in the streets, so that's okay. Bosses, you're great. I ain't walking out. Not today. Yet, anyway. It is still early. I was just reading about the evil screens. And we're not talking about phones for once. Yeah. Apparently, parents are getting very upset about schools assigning people laptops. Yeah, I mean, what's been going on for 5 years or so? Laptops becoming more common in school. I remember at least one of my daughters had one. And I guess there are people who are like, we need to move back to using pens and paper like we did when I was a boy. Back in my day, we didn't have electricity. What's the difference? Like, you can get a lot more done typing than writing by hand. It's just faster, all right? And we live in a digital age. Teach these kids how to type good, how to use a computer good, and block the laptops from being able to play games. There has to be a way to be able to do so. These teachers are like, well, they're just playing Minecraft all day. Well, do what teachers used to do back in the day. Crack those knuckles with a ruler. That's right. No Minecraft. Bah! No, okay, don't hit the kids in the knuckles with a ruler. But it seems like, you regulate these things and it would be fine. All right, textbooks. Let's talk about textbooks. What a waste of money. I remember when I was in school, what would it be, every 2 years? If not every year, the school would have to get a whole new set of updated textbooks. Here's a million pages, and they're, of course, in hardback. And then they just throw them in the garbage? With a laptop, you could just update the information constantly. It's a money saver. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm a computer nerd, but man, I would have loved to be able to do my homework on a laptop compared to writing by hand. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but does it help you learn better? I've learned a lot on the computer. And I mean, honestly, when I was in school, I was a real turd of a student. I'll tell you what. I would, instead of doing my homework, I would sit in class and read Stephen King books all hour, at least in the classes where the teacher wouldn't yell at me for it. Again, back to discipline your students. I'd sit there and I'd read Stephen King all day. And then I would just read the information that was going to be on the test. I'd read the chapter, and I'd ace the test. So I wouldn't get good grades overall because I just sucked and didn't do my homework. I was, again, a turd of a student. But they couldn't fail me because I aced the material in the class. So, kind of a cruddy GPA, but hey, got the job done. And then textbooks, that's still one of those things that I'm on the hook for when it comes to my stupid diploma sitting in the office at Pocatello High School because they claimed I never returned a textbook. If you had a laptop with all of your stuff on it, there you go. You turn your laptop in, no books get lost. Sorry, Peaches, I was doing a long break here about parents whining about laptops in school.
Oh, the company that I used to rent textbooks from in college is no longer, I think, in business. Chegg. I think they invested in AI and then just failed or something.
Well, I think textbooks are, for the most part, on the way out because it's just a waste of money.
Back in middle school, it was like, if you didn't wrap that thing to the fullest extent, if you didn't wrap that textbook, they would give you detention.
Oh, yeah.
That was the wildest rule.
Who
cares if there's a Ralph's bag on the outside of my textbook?
Well, and they replace them every couple of years anyway, like I mentioned earlier on this break. Textbooks are inefficient, a waste of money. Laptops save money. And I think you can learn on them just as well as a good old-fashioned textbook or writing out your assignments with a pencil and paper.
I still have my laptop from college, the MacBook Air.
Pages took it! Did you have to buy it?
My parents bought it for me.
Oh, okay. It wasn't assigned to you by college.
No.
Okay.
But my parents bought it for me, and I still have it, and I'm like, there's no cash value to this thing anymore. I thought there would be at least some value. I was going to try to, trade it into GameStop because they take laptops for some reason, too.
Really?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't give you nothing for it?
Well, I don't think so, no, because I think the earliest they'll take is 2020, and this thing's from 2015.
Huh. But if it's a MacBook, it's probably still running great.
It's I would say after dealing with Macs and PCs, Team PC all the way.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I think for longevity, my Mac products, my Mac laptop I had back in the day, it lasted way longer than any of my computers.
Longer than Steve Jobs?
Longer than Steve Jobs. That's right.
Imagine him in his later years when he was only eating fruit.
Poor guy. Follow the doctor's orders, everybody. Please go to a real doctor. Don't be like Steve Jobs. Plus, Steve Jobs, he's so revered. I like Apple products, but Steve Jobs was a piece of crap. He was not a good dude.
But you listen to a podcast of these heavily opinionated dudes talking about him.
All
right?
you got to listen to is, what is the documented information on how somebody, one of the richest people on the planet, treats their children? And if they treat their children like garbage, they are garbage. That's what I say.
Well, I know Jackie Chan treats his one daughter like he doesn't even know her.
Well, then he's a piece of crap, too. He's a garbage human. Put your kids first. Stop being a loser. Stop making movies that suck anyway, Jackie Chan.
I would love to see that fight.
Let's see Rush Hour 5.
That fight between Jackie Chan and Victor Wills.
He's pretty old. I'll take him on.
Yeah, but he's a master at Kung Fu or something.
Doesn't matter when your hip's going to break.
Lieutenant Crane has 30 years on me?
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with Lieutenant Crane. I bet Lieutenant Crane could take Jackie Chan, for sure.
Maybe.
How old is Jackie Chan?
I'm guessing 75 at least.
He's got to be way up there. I mean, he is alive, right?
Yeah.
Jackie Chan, 72 years old. Lieutenant Crane could definitely take him. he's probably using a walker.
We're all just going to fight old people. I'll take on Clint Eastwood.
Actually, Jackie Chan, he'd probably be able to use a walker to his advantage with leverage. He'd be doing these crazy, sideways kicks, both feet up in the air. He's lift up on the walker, wow, and then smacking people with the walker. Never mind. Maybe Lieutenant Crane couldn't take out Jackie Chan with a walker.
Maybe we just give Lieutenant Crane a walker too. He could use that.
There we go. So we'll put him in a cage. They each get a walker.
That's what I love about this program. We go from textbooks to Jackie Chan with a walker.
If I had prepared more, I was going to call Pokey High and see if my diploma's still there. It's been a few years since I called. I don't remember what my fines are. But I was going to see if it's still there. And if it's like, can you just, it's been 26 years. Just go ahead and just,
It's been 26 years.
Could you go ahead and write those fines off? Just give me the stupid diploma.
To think that's almost as old as me.
Yes. I have been sitting here refusing to pay my parking tickets for 26 years. No lie.
Maybe you should do it like the day GTA 6 comes out or something. Like the day before GTA 6 comes out.
Pay them?
Yeah, or like work something out
I'm
with the school.
not paying them. I refuse. I didn't lose that textbook, and the teacher's parking lot was not being put to good use. Maybe we'll call them for the noon hour. Sound like plan?
Can we please do that?
Yeah.
Are we actually going to do it this time?
Yeah, we'll call. We'll call them, and because then let's call them in advance so I can beep out my real name and any other personal information they ask for. But we'll call them right after the morning show, and we'll air it during the noon hour. All right?
I'm good. Yeah, there we go.
Morning show's over, everybody. Tune in at noon. It's going to be fun. Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.